Mole! Mole, open up!
I can't see anything through the window. The curtains are shut tight.
Oh, this is ridiculous. He's been locked inside his own head now since the end of last season. And he looked really down the last time I saw him and all. I think the Tories might have broken him.
We've got to get in there and pull him out of his funk. But this place is impenetrable. Can't you find a hidden back door, being a hypnotist?
No, only the evil hypnotists do that. I might be able to use some magic.
How so?
Well, in front of us, there's a doorway that cannot be breached, yes?
OK.
There's no physical way to pass, right?
That's right.
And we don't have a key.
No.
Therefore, believing in magic is the only option we have left. To cross the impossible threshold. Ta-da!
Oh, well done. We should make you the Brexit minister. Ooh, it smells a bit grim in here.
That's because his head is a turdis. The smells are a lot bigger on the inside. Look at all these empty takeaway trays. Dead cat curry.
There's a mountain of old issues of the New European and The Guardian over here, and ashtrays piled up to the ceiling. How are we going to find him in all this mess?
Mole, where are you? Come on, dude, we've got work to do.
This is his brain, right? Maybe we can find a guide. Igor!
Yes, Mistress Grech?
Is that what he looks like? Gross.
Igor, we're trying to find the Holy Mole. Can you take us to him?
Of course, Mistress. Walk this way.
He really won't let that old joke go, will he?
He's in here, but I should warn you, he is, shall we say, a little worked up.
Don't worry, we can handle him.
As you wish, sir. Follow the tunnel down. It will take you straight to his inner sanctum. Your torch, madam.
Thank you.
Mole!
Mole?
Mole!
Doing it for years, and then these fuckers paid these bastards to jiggle the opinions of these idiots so that these traitors can get control over the taxes of the free ports, and then they can frack the shit out of this public land before...
Mole! You're alive!
Doc? Chrissy? How did you get in here?
We've been looking for you.
Yeah, come on. We've got to get back to doing the show.
I can't. I'm not ready.
What do you mean, not ready? We can't hang about, dude. The country's falling apart and no one's doing out.
Precisely. No one is doing anything. Why is that?
Well,
For 2 seasons, we showed them Brexit was shit. We warned about free ports, we shouted about losing protest rights, we pointed at COVID corruption and Tory treason, and still, nothing.
People are busy with their own day-to-day problems. If you think too hard about the big stuff, you'll go...
Mad? Yeah, they should be mad. We should have seen flaming torches and pitchforks by now. There's not even peaceful protest going on. The only 3.5% we see in the news is below inflation pay offers to the RMT. No, there's more to it, but it's so complicated. As soon as you start to break it down, you sound like a tin hat conspiracy theory lunatic. And the more evidence you put forward, the deeper down the rabbit hole they say you are. And all the time, you can see the fascism thing rising all around you.
Easy there, Mole. We're all friends here. I'm sure we can make something work. Would you like a cup of tea?
Of course I want a cup of tea, but I'm too paranoid I'm going to catch polio from the water.
We've got to get him out of here and show him some hope.
Hope? Good luck with that.
Boris has moved out of number 10, you know.
Really?
Yup. OK, he is still hiding in Chequers, having parties at our expense, but he is out of Downing Street at least.
I suppose that's good.
And the FBI have raided Trump's safe at Mar-a-Lago. He might get prosecuted for espionage and treason.
No way.
I'm telling you, he's going to be represented by himself in court. You can't miss that.
That does sound like the Olympics of shit shows. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to go outside for a little bit. You know, catch up, see what's going on and that. Maybe we could have a little stroll by the river. You know, take some deep, calming breaths. Consider how things are going to improve now that Bozo's gone, because, let's be honest, whoever takes over can't be worse. Furthermore, with him gone, Labour must be ready to pounce with sensible repair policies like rejoining the single market, nationalising the utilities, stopping the privatisation of the NHS, right? No more handing over billions for a quick fix when the so-called market forces have failed.
Igor!
Yes, mistress?
Could you make up a couple of beds for Doc and I, please? I think we may be here for a while.
Certainly, ma'am.
The Strange Mole Show. The Strange Mole Show.
Come on, champ. Say dada. Say dada. 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 That's it. That's it. Dada. Say dada. Yes. That's so good. Oh, your mum's going to be gutted she missed this.
Fuck the Tories.
What?
Fuck the Tories. Fuck the Tories.
You know what? I'm going to allow it. You're not wrong.
Fuck the Tories.
Da, 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 da. Fuck the Tories. Da, 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 da. Fuck the Tories. Da, 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 da. Fuck the Tories.
Janice, could you come through, please?
Through what, PM?
Through to the office, I mean, for a chat.
Oh, of course, PM.
Please, Janice, sit down. Now, as you know, the buggering backbenchers and the cretinous cuckoos in my cabinet have ousted me. And I'm afraid that means, well, there's a new regime coming in and, well, I have to let you go.
Oh, no, PM.
I wish there was something I could do, to save your job, but, well, in order to keep the budget for Larry the Cat's tuna steak and flea medication, sacrifices had to be made. I understand my replacement will be bringing in some family members as staff to save costs.
But whatever will I do? Where will I go?
Don't panic, Janice. I've got you covered. Here.
What's this?
It's a £10 million contract for monkeypox PPE.
What do I do with this? I don't know anything about PPE.
You don't need to. I've also got you a box of backdated receipts for the Johnnies I've used during my trips abroad as Prime Minister. Just stick the numbers into an Excel spreadsheet, send it off to the Treasury. Bob's your uncle, and I'm not the father.
Thank you, PM.
Nonsense, it's the least I could do. As my secretary, you've got all the big call transfers right. Ha ha!
Yes.
And on those late nights when it was just the two of us here in the office, bashing our way through the sticky mess of the day, I always knew if I needed someone to squeeze out the solution with a hands-on approach to the root of all my stress, I could rely on you to deliver a killer blow job.
Well, I aimed to please.
You'd regularly be on your hands and knees, shuffling the junk in front of you while the others were spaffing their nonsense up the walls around you. There you were, diligently trying to get a grip on the task ahead.
Perhaps I should write my own reference.
Huh? Well, if you prefer, if it's less work for me, it works for me. And this conversation's been going on long enough to feel like work, so I'm off. The silverware's packed, the gold's been steamed off the walls and shoved in a van, so all that's left to say is, hasta la vista, Janice.
Indeed. This is emotional goodbye, calling lump in the throat. Lump in the throat, come in, lump in the throat, over.
This is a lump in the throat receiving. Over.
Selfish bastard has left the building. Repeat, selfish bastard has left the building. Over.
Roger, diddly dodger. Decommission impossible. It's go.
Dum 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 da dum da dum da dum dum da dum da dum dum. Right then, where's this Uber? Oh my, someone's dropped a Tim Tam here. Oh, yum. Oh, look, here's another. Oh, and another. And there's another in this big open fridge. What a stroke of luck to find this randomly in a car park with a big stick holding the door open too so I can see it. Oh, I say, this salad box makes a comfy seat.
Hey, gotcha.
What the juice?
Shush, Prime Monster. There is no use resisting. This is one of Professor Schrodinger's dead cat boxes painted to look like a Samsung. No one will know whether you're still the PM or not while you're in there, and we can make sure your replacement is functioning on all our Brexit parameters before they're installed.
You won't get away with this, you fiend.
Oh, don't be silly, sir. We already have. To be continued.
And now a new guest segment on the Strange Mole Show. Putting words to the Tory turds is the satirical musical talent of Augusta Lees.
If you're fond of sand dunes and rancid air, quaint little sewerage is here and there. Well, I don't know why I swam here tonight. Got a feeling that something ain't right. I'm so scared of what got into my hair, and I'm wondering how I wash my swimwear. It's brown to the left of me, more floaters to the right. Here I am, stuck in this midden of poo. Yeah, I'm wondering if I'm ill, who I'll sue. And the government do nothing, and the water firms just don't give a damn. Public ownership, anyone? And the profits all keep rolling, and we gotta get it back. We say, please, please, don't go bathing in waterfalls, and please avoid the rivers and the lakes. They are full of poo. I know that the Tories gonna shift blame and do nothing at all. Can we get rid of them fast? Why do turds suddenly appear when I look from the pier? Who like me
Good evening, bunch of Crapple fans. Welcome to this leadership election pay-per-vote event special. I'm your host, Robert Fiston, and back with me once again is my good buddy, Andrew Sparr. How are you, Andrew? Are you looking forward to this bullshit back and forth?
Well, Robert, how do we even contemplate the future that we have ahead with one of these two contenders set to take the Prime Minister's title? I'm more pumped than a stream of sewage on a Bournemouth beach.
Well, there's been plenty of muck-slinging stinking up democracy in the run-up to this final battle. Some would say it's been nothing short of mutual assured destruction.
I think that's a fair assessment. Whether it's Rishi clips admitting taking money out of deprived areas and putting to wealthy Tory ones, or Truss calling every worker in the UK a work-shy piece of shit, they really are burning their bridges that sit over the tides of turds that flow beneath.
So let's get straight to the action, the main event. Our two combatants going mano a dumbo to decide the nation's fate. Your ring-piece announcer for tonight is Brexit hardman Steve Baker, and your special referee is Nadine Dorries.
Donors and oligarchs, let's get ready to fumble. Fighting for the vacant UK Prime Minister in the blue corner, weighing in without any facts, figures or clue what's going on, she's the big biz, the cheese whiz. She's on the piz, drinking taxpayer-funded fizz. It's the Lizzeh. And in the gold corner, back from another trip to America to sell off the NHS and the UK industrial prison complex, he is the woke Chancellor, the master of economic disaster, Rishi Sunak.
The crowd's first instinct here seems to be to not like the look of Sunak.
It's hard to imagine. Appearances could be a factor here, but if you look back at the number of guises these two have taken to cosplay their way here today, it obviously matters to the handful of bigoted grave dodgers that get to vote on the result.
Right then, yous twos. I want a good clean scrap here. No nice hound statistics or low office blowjob revelations. And when the bell goes, come out swinging. No, not like that, Liz. Push your necklace away.
Truss looking to avoid any scandals that might be dogging her reputation, but she's not out of the woods yet.
Round one. Get on with it then.
Despite being the underdog, Sunak launches his first attack. He's bamboozling her with economic data, knowing that's a weakness for Truss, and immediately he ties up her fingers and toes as she tries to make her tax cut plan add up.
She's trying to point out he used to be the Chancellor, but she's tongue-tied herself before she's even opened her mouth.
Sunak gets her in a Dover-Calais chokehold and then tosses her like red meat to the baying crowd.
Sunak grandstanding now, beating his chest in the centre of the ring and shouting, "Who's your nom-dom daddy?" And Dorries has started the count.
1, 2...
Truss pops up amid the mob with a disturbing, inhumane smile on her face. Someone points her in the right direction, and now she's making her way back to beat the count.
6, 7...
Truss slides under the rope and skewers Rishi in the ankle with a high heel.
He should have seen that coming. She's been cosplaying Thatcher for months. A heel turn was inevitable from the former Remainer.
The two contenders are making a limping, circling motion around each other, neither giving any indication of having a strategy as to how to proceed.
They're just going over the same old ground unless the ref steps in here.
All right. Which one of yous wants Boris in their corner?
Truss giving that really awkward, soul-draining smile again, and she's beckoning to the backbenchers.
Lizzy's egging them on, and the home crowd are desperate for a reappearance. But he isn't leaving Chequers.
Despite having 2 holidays since being forced to resign, his die-hard immunity fans are still unable to see he doesn't give a shit about them.
Well, you say that, Robert, but he is making an intervention right now.
Hello, hello, testicles 1 2 1 2. Ah, there you are. As you know, I'm all up for tearing down your human rights and dismantling the judiciary. And therefore, I'm removing the ref from this match. Why stop at EU rules? Let's get rid of them all.
What's going on? Oh, hey!
Don't worry, Nadine. I'm going to parachute you into the House of Lords.
Nothing is off the table now, and in fact Truss has suplexed Sunak through the negotiating table, and she's shredding the Northern Ireland Protocol. She's raining down the remnants of peace above him.
There may not be a ref to count him out, but does it matter anyway, as the crowd thinks it's all over?
It is now. Probably for all of us. I'm getting reports Murdoch has picked Truss, and that's it for another pantomime excuse for a democratic process. Onwards towards oblivion.
It's been great to see the Tory pensioner crowd come out today, as they will likely have all frozen to death by the time the next general election slammiversary comes about.
Truss is desperately trying to find her way out of the ring, but she's already lost.
I'm really worried about the future of our jobs, as our parent company, World Political Wrestling Entertainment, has decided to relocate to the EU and sack all of its UK staff.
And there go the lights. It looks like our economy drive is already beginning. We'd better check out before we black out.
And don't forget, folks, any night can be a fight night. If you find your resolve and take to the streets, just remember to pin the blame where it belongs.
If you smell what a crock, this lot are cooking.
Good night. The Strange Mole Show is written by the Holy Mole and performed alongside Chris Doc Strange and Chrissy Grech. Additional musical material by Augusta Lees. Check out season 1 and 2 at strangemole.co.uk or your podcast player of choice.
Can't you find a hidden back door being a hypocrite? I mean, a hypnotist?